So big up everyone that's here today.
EGF.
Yes. No Numbers podcast.
No numbers.
Who's in the building, man? Like,
Boom, bang, bing. Yeah? Man have to call me author now, innit? Cause man's got a book now, innit?
Yeah,
book, yeah?
Man have to call me author now, innit?
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
I'm happy you're here, man.
Yeah? D. Johnson, Dollar, yeah? Author, yeah? I'm in the building, EGF, you done know?
It's been an overdue minute. We also have the wonderful artist, singer, lady... woman of the hour, because you're the only woman here today.
I mean, thank you, Malika. Hi,
Malika.
How's everyone doing?
Hello.
We're good, man.
Thanks for having me. Oh, you got the juice.
I got
the punched up drink
I've
there.
brought our
Sponsorship.
official sponsor for our food blog, which is Punched Up. So
wow.
Oh yes,
the
please.
ladies first.
It's crazy.
Mind that though, that's a strong juice there.
Don't get punched up, get punched up. Just a little
I
bit.
got to save this for a special occasion.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
See, if you're on one today,
Let me just...
You know me, I'm always on one, cuz.
on one, yeah. Cool.
Punch.
Big up the Punched Up.
What are you saying though? You want to have that one,
No,
cuz?
that's you, man. That's you.
That's a plug for Tesco's as well.
No Tesco's. I'm on the pinner. You get what I'm
Punched
saying?
up the runway.
Where's my water? Oh, okay.
Yeah, your water's...
No, it's there. It's there.
Okay. So, yeah, like, how's everybody doing?
Yeah,
how's
you
it
got
going?
Eslam Farlow here. Sorry, I never announced myself, but yeah.
Boop,
Member of the EGF Eat Good Food podcast there, Instagram, YouTube, we're all there, you know.
Everything there.
If you ain't seen Eat Good Food, type in Eat Good Food EGF on Instagram and watch the clips, man. It's jokes, it's funny. We're there.
Oh, can I introduce myself again? Because I didn't do it with as much energy.
No, you
Yes,
go
it's
ahead.
Malika in the building, singer, songwriter.
Yeah.
Just went platinum with Nathan Dorr on
Energy.
Flowers.
Boy.
Yes.
Energy.
Malika official on
Yes.
Instagram,
Yes.
Malika,
Yes,
and yes, the singer, co-songwriter of Go,
Yes.
and the rights owner too.
Yes.
Yeah, can I get a clap?
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. And today,
Nah.
we have...
You know what? There's a lot of accolades there.
It's the energy.
No.
Yeah. Did we cover everything?
I mean,
There's
mean-
probably
driver's
still-
license degree.
Nah,
It
hey,
don't stop, you know.
Nah, this punch
Can't
is,
stop, won't stop.
This punch is nice, you know.
We got Punched Up, man.
I'm
Wrong, you
feeling
know.
it. Punched
For a
up.
Punched
Tuesday.
They're
We got
representing.
Punched Up.
But it's sick, man. Yeah, like obviously.
Thank you for having us, though.
No,
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me. Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
Thank you for the
having me
energy in the
also
room.
as well.
Thank you,
Respect,
everybody,
man.
for watching. Thank you.
It's sick, man. Like both of you are both like artists that I respect as well.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that I don't know, like, yeah, I just want to know, like, what was the come up? How did you guys get to where you are now, sort of thing?
So, I'm not
Yeah.
going first.
No, go,
I'm
you
definitely not going
started. No,
first.
you
It's ladies
started.
first. Do
No,
you
but
know
you
what I was going to do?
started.
Do you know what I was
Ladies
gonna do?
first.
Okay.
Do you know what I was going to
What
do?
was you gonna do?
I was going to just big up Swoosh, yeah, for always supporting the songs as well as they're going to go. It's like you ignite it and you kick it off and you're not scared to run it no matter what angle I'm doing. So I just want to say thank you for that live on camera.
There's a reason for that as
Thank
well.
you, brother.
There's a reason. Like, I'm obviously, like, you got your new EP out as well.
Yeah, tension acoustic.
Yeah.
Tension acoustic.
Whoop,
Yeah.
whoop, 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 whoop.
We plug everything
Thank you.
all the way through, and obviously you got the single out as well, KEGELS as
running the
well.
road.
Kegels there.
And I think one thing that's important for me as like a DJ at the moment is like definitely the message and the feeling of black empowerment, black stories, and I think as artists you're both able to translate like that message and the things that people are experiencing. I feel
Brilliant.
like once I've got those connections, I'm happy to share them. Share them with people. So yeah, like it's just dope to have you guys in person and be able to like obviously discuss those things, and also like this podcast, like it's free flowing in the sense that we talk about everything that's going on right now.
Yeah, I feel a bit hitch up, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, so there's so much going on.
You shouldn't have moved.
You mean? That's my brother there, you know what I'm saying? Go on, Tushi, I'm here, man.
Yeah, there's so much going
my
on.
bag.
Obviously, a couple of people from the team are not here today, but if I follow the usual format, which is the brief, we usually get into the things that have been going on. So obviously last week, I don't know if you guys noticed, there was a whole an artist by the name of Octavian was trending, and it was all for like a domestic violence incident, and it was all over like the blogs and stuff. And initially, I didn't really want to like get into it because I don't know. I felt like it got a lot of coverage and a lot of oxygen, and it's like actually what he did was really bad. And it's like I don't want to promote this artist, but I was just generally wanting to know what people's views on it and how it affects their outlook or how they approach the music industry. In a sense, like from my position as a DJ, obviously I'm not gonna be playing and promoting his music no more, and I feel like I'm more inclined now to actually check the artists I'm playing, check what they're up to, and make sure that I'm fully like protecting women and black women in general. And I'm reinforcing that point. And also to my peers, letting them know that, it's not okay. We can't be protecting these people because for a long time, he was protected. Like he had 3 years worth of like support. Like these accusations were known for a long time, you know?
So when was it recent? When did that actual kind of incident happen?
Well, 3 months ago, he came out online and admitted that he'd actually like attacked his girlfriend. So I know that was on the socials, and I personally knew about it at least 6 months ago. And like there was private warnings and stuff like, don't associate yourself with this person. I would say that I didn't necessarily stop playing his music straight away, and I think part of that was I was still seeing his music getting released and getting support. So in my head, I was like, okay, I'm seeing stuff online. Maybe it's not true because he's still getting supported. But obviously that changes now when the album is being pulled by the record label and the whole management team is pulling away. So there was kind of like, okay, if all the big people are still supporting him sort of thing, like, who am I to be like, yeah, cool. But facts are facts. Like the girl had been talking about it for a time, but it was mad because the video was so graphic and like you could see the damage. And you could see her screaming. So like in terms of putting it out there, I don't know. Like I'll definitely have a question for you in terms of like what would be your own thoughts on the incidents, or like have you come across any incidents that have been like of a like I don't know like a conflicting nature during working in the music industry, and do you feel like there's the degree of the industry not being safe for women in the sense that we've got examples like him being protected for a long time, I guess. Yeah.
I think that it's a difficult situation. I think just the state of the world right now, do you know what I mean? Like in general, with just everything that's going on, like it seems like it's just one thing after another. Do you know what I mean? Like there's outrage about this and then something else happens and it's so chaotic. I think that
there's always something new, isn't it?
Yeah, there is always something new, but I just think it's just like when the story broke, it was like another thing kind of thing, because I didn't know about it. But I think that as a female, the fact that I don't know the girl. I don't know her name. But
like, neither do I.
Okay. But like that she's felt this way and she's come forward and she's spoken about like what she's been through. I think that's the most, not even empowering thing, because it's not a good thing. Do you know what I mean? But like the fact that it's making maybe other people who have had domestic violence issues have the confidence to come out and talk about what they've gone through or how they've been affected, and people are just finding the confidence to speak about things. I think that's like
that was really eye-opening actually, because I've never really been like domestic violence has not been a theme in my life sort of thing. But when it happened, I saw a lot of people come out like I've grown up with it, and I've seen how much the trauma connected with them. I'm like, actually, if it's making people feel like this sort of thing, then the outrage must be justified, even though I couldn't initially understand it. Part of my disconnect even was I was still angry about the Mitchum rapist and stuff. I wasn't ready to digest a whole new trauma.
Awful.
So it's like that constant of taking in and being angry about stuff. That process gets a bit tiring for me. So initially I didn't even know how to react. Like I didn't react online. I was in my WhatsApp groups and stuff. I wasn't even sure what to say. But as the information was rolling, and I made sure to keep myself informed so I could take the right stand.
Do you know what? For me on that subject, it actually worried me how many times that happens and it's not even reported. That's what I was kind of scared of. Like that alone was traumatic. But how often does this happen? How do like the schools must have a responsibility to stop that from happening? No, like, I'm not too sure. There's not enough kind of education. There's not enough awareness around that. But yeah, it was deep. That was deep.
No, like definitely in terms of like how much it happens and we don't know about it. I
that-
think
that for
from
me-
the consumer point of view, what made it mad is that obviously the labels and the people around him knew, but they didn't really protect us because we're consuming his music and we're supporting him. But the guy's out there like banging on his woman with no remorse either. That was the key thing because we spoke about it like before we started the podcast. Like, is there a way back? It's like the fact that he wasn't remorseful and stuff. The first step is nearly impossible, and that is the key difference for anyone that was trying to compare it with like Chris Brown or any other people that have been notable for high-profile domestic violence incidents. Is that some of these people are actually sorry and they actually tried to make a change. He hasn't done that, you know.
Do you think that there is a way back for him? Like,
You like it really got down to a philosophical level. Like, I would hate to live in a world where we've now reached a point where we're actually willing to stone and kill another human being because we lack compassion and forgiveness, sort of thing. But it's hard to have that conversation about someone that's shown no forgiveness, no acknowledgement of what they've done. So in terms of the way back, it becomes really, really hard. And I feel like on a moral point of view, like if you went to be, should like pedophiles be killed or something sort of thing, a lot of people will be like, yeah, cool. But with someone that's committed domestic violence sort of thing, they might change. Who knows? But it's like I just feel like we've reached like a mob justice level on a social media level where people are willing to openly agree that this should happen to someone, which is just mad. Like Octavian should just get bust up or this and that, which is a crazy world to live in, innit? Because eventually someone's gonna get bust up that probably could have changed or turned around. Who knows? He might go into rehab. He might get some support. I feel like when a man's down, it's not good to kick him as well. So that's
man or just a person?
Person. Sorry, I'm not.
I'm joking.
I'm not saying
I feel you.
it's a run of the tongue sort of thing for me. Yeah. So that's basically how I was about it, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Sorry. So yeah, moving it forward onto things that happened today that people are talking about. I think we woke up this morning and I think Tion Wayne and Heady One got into it on the plane sort of thing. And initially my first thought was like I've got my own problems. I don't need to speak about other people's problems sort of thing. But then it got really funny because the internet just kept making loads of memes and little jokes and stuff, which I thought was mad. And I felt like, first of all, like, what was your initial reaction to that incident, and what does that, I guess, I don't want to put in like a corny question response to it, but I guess a lot of people try to turn it around and be like, black people making themselves look a certain way, or the artists, they've got too much money to be getting into this incident. But I think essentially there's too much blood in between the different sides and stuff that normal like civilians and human beings probably wouldn't be able to understand what causes these situations to arise, I guess. It's literally an open floor.
For me, I just see a fight on the plane, innit? Just like how you would see a fight on the bus, or but like someone
nothing more
in Iceland, or it's just a fight on the plane, innit? Like might be a bit more serious that it's on the plane.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just a fight on the plane, innit? No one got shot. No one got.
So, if you was on the plane, would you be filming?
Filming? No, I'm not the filming type.
Is he the filming type? I feel like he's the filming type.
No comment with that one.
No, I won't be filming.
Do you know what? I've been in a session.
Whoa. Why have you got me as the filming type as
No,
well?
I'm just saying. I low key, not even low key would film. I would be there. Like my friends would be pulling me by my sit down.
Hence why it's just like a fight in Tesco's. Like I wouldn't film a fight in Tesco's.
100%. I'd be like.
Just to put my response out there, like obviously I saw it and I was like, surely like there must have been someone in the labels or the project manager that could have ensured they're not booked on the same flight. Like, I know a lot of people found it hard to believe, but it's so simple because...
Sorry to interrupt. How far does their thing go back?
I was gonna say I didn't know.
Okay.
I didn't follow. I didn't follow the story.
I don't follow like the details or nothing. I just know that one rapper is from Emmen and another one's from Tottenham, and there's a lot of back and forth on social media. But I don't keep up with the kids and stuff. But I do see the comment sections on the blog pages and stuff. So I do know like there's this and that, and then people put lyrics in songs and whatnot. But it's obviously weird when things that's in music translates into real life and then people can't understand it.
Yeah okay.
It's a shame though, because when a rapper doesn't live up to his rapping character or ego, like people are the first to say like, raw, like you're not who you say you are, you're fake. But then when a rapper has a fight on the plane because he is who he says he is, it's like, raw, like what do we want to do? What do we want here? Do we want a real rapper, or we just want, what do we want here?
Yeah. It's funny because I had a discussion about this on the way down here, and it's like, how can you frame it? It's like some people think when you're an artist, you have the responsibility to not get into that altercations on planes and stuff, like you should know better.
Yeah.
But it's like when you're a human being and like as you said, you live up to what you're talking about in your songs.
Yeah.
Like you gotta be you, innit? It's like you can't fake who you are.
You can't fake it,
you are. And I think certain artists are artists because they've got that cutting edge about them. And if you take that away from them, you take away the artists and they just stop being appealing to the masses, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that's my take on it. I think we've grown up where artists are who they are and they're kind of ruthless and they rebel against laws and type of thing. That's what makes them who they are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I feel. And if someone's too candy, it's like, are they really going to appeal to the masses? Are you really going to take a stake in what they're talking about?
But obviously, like Heady One's had a #1 album recently and stuff. So whoever is managing that investment, he's basically a walking business sort of thing. It's like you got to be thinking about all the risks and stuff that come with the product or whoever you're managing. That's my take of it.
Yeah, that's from a business perspective. But you got to think like, look at Tupac.
Boy, that's a madness, isn't it?
He got into those things all the time, innit?
I'm still hurting.
Still hurting. Honestly, they did on the Shade Room. They did like, there's a sample of Hit 'Em Up Star, Hit 'Em Up Star, and they showed you like all the different artists that like the original of the song and like all the people that have sampled it since, and I just was waiting to slide through to see like the Pac version, and I was just like, this guy was so great, like, and I actually commented and I was like, Pac is like the best like version of that song. Do you know what I mean? Like
that definitely actually helps me to get into the next question that had line up in terms of, for you, who would be your most influential rapper in the last 15 years? We've got a lot of hip hop support on this podcast.
Okay.
Unfortunately, DJ Shax couldn't be here, but she phrased it with Kanye and Lil Wayne in terms of being influential. I guess just to get people started, I'm not even a Kanye fan, but I feel like I can easily give it to Kanye in the terms that he made it cool to be just a geeky guy that's proper like nerdy and just come out and rap. And before you've got all your Odd Futures and all of that, you've got Kanye West.
Facts.
You know?
Yeah, 100%. I think, funny enough, I watched like 2 documentaries on Kanye at the weekend. Like, I don't know how, just please don't ask me. But he definitely did. So like when I saw the question, it made me like, if you'd asked me this last week, I probably would have been like, oh, Lil Wayne because of, do you know what I mean? But actually, no, he really did. Kanye West really did change what it meant to be like a rapper and how you can look and how you can sound and the things that you can do, like even with like the 808 and Heartbreaks album, like even like so many of his albums, like when he puts them out, like over time, it's been like maybe it's okay, but actually when you go back and you listen to it in hindsight, it's like, oh, this is like actual greatness. And like Twisted Dark Fantasy is like such a great album, and Monster is like one of the best rap songs like of all time. Do you know what I mean? I think like it's just
Nicki bodied them.
Nicki's verse And I'm not even like the biggest Nicki fan, but like her verse.
Safari wrote that.
Oh my day! You can hear it. He sprinkled all over that
Did
verse.
Safari write that?
Safari was writing her best lyrics when she was.
Whoa! Did he write that monster verse though?
I can't confirm, but I just know she's writing better bars when she's with him.
That's like basically one of her best verses, if not her best verse.
Yeah, because I think there was like, if you see like in the like, I don't know Nicki, I don't know Safari, so don't at me. But like over time, like there's been arguments like in the public about him saying that he's written stuff for her, and she said that she writes her own stuff. That's why like she talks a lot in her lyrics about writing her own music, because people are like, oh, Safari used to write for you, and when he used to write for you at the beginning of your career, you were on fire, sort of thing. So, but I think if you listen to Safari's stuff, you can hear how he does like a lot of like growling and Jamaican heritage and West Indian, do you know what I mean? And she did do a lot of that, so they probably collaborated, do you know what I mean? But like,
listen, I need to know who wrote that monster verse, because she won on a track with Jay-Z,
Rick Ross, Kanye,
and won. So we need to know who wrote that verse right now. Let me know, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to that on the way home.
Yeah, same.
Definitely, 100%.
It's weird because how do you feel about people not writing their own lyrics? But I guess you got to give them credit because they're able to perform that lyric at that caliber. So you can't discredit them, but you can. It's like kind of like.
See, with that said, you know Benjamin's lyric,
all about the Benjamins.
You know Jadakiss wrote.
Puffy's bar.
Yeah, Puffy's bar.
People,
Puffy's bar.
Everybody writes for Puffy.
that.
Like, not everybody, but like Puffy never writes. That's why in one of the songs he's like, "Don't worry if I write rhymes, I write checks." Yeah.
But that Jadakiss bar is like cold. It's a Benjamin.
But you know what? The off air, I would ask you, who do you think was like the most influential rapper for the last 15 years? Question. Who do you think?
I want to say Jay-Z, you know, because
I think
Jay-Z's like everyone's like taken bits off of him, like even your Kanye's, your Lil Wayne's, and just done their own thing.
Yeah.
Even like down to the clothing, the rocker wear, he's kicked that off so everyone can think like he's a catalyst.
He's had a long career.
He's a big catalyst for me.
He's been around for longer than 15 years. Like obviously Lil Wayne's been around for like longer than 15 years, but like it's hard to say. What about like, I don't know. I'm trying to think who's like come out in the last. I mean, hasn't Drake come out in the last 15 years?
Drake. But I think Jay-Z,
Even Drake's
without Kanye West, without Jay-Z, there's no Kanye West.
And without Kanye, there's no Drake.
You could argue without like Biggie, there's no Jay-Z, or like without Tupac, there's no Jay-Z, or like without Kool Herc, there's no hip hop.
And this is
hip hop goes back.
You know what? And you see me,
hip hop goes all the way back.
Of course, yeah.
I'm a hip hop like veteran, yeah. So in the car, I was saying they're Cool G Rap, Big L, like they're the like pioneers of this rap thing. So I think you got to pay homage to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Man. I don't think you should discredit anyone. Like Wu-Tang Clan needs to be mentioned.
Word.
100%.
Like Method Man.
Word.
Like all of those people shouldn't be forgotten. You know what I mean?
Rough
but then again,
Riders.
Rough Riders, DMX. But I think Eminem was very influential.
Eminem.
Very.
When we say influential though,
Yeah.
like what? Did we want to be Eminem or?
All right, I'm gonna tell you this. So I went to school in out of London, and there was a lot of like white kids. And around the time Eminem was like quite big, and it was all dyeing their hair blonde.
Yeah.
And I wanted to dye my hair blonde. My mom said no.
Yeah.
Okay, and I didn't get to dye my hair blonde, but now my hair is blonde.
Yeah. So you made it in the end.
But the point is, I was a huge Eminem fan. I really wanted to dye my hair blonde.
He was dope.
So,
C will tell you, I'm like one of the biggest Eminem fans.
Live for
First
Eminem.
album
Like,
before
oh my
anyone
days.
knew.
Wow.
I had this album before anybody.
I didn't want to be Eminem though. Still, like I appreciated his rap skills. Like he was cold for me, but like, is he influential? Like. What is influential? What does influential mean? What's the definition? Someone get the definition here for us.
He is very influential. I think just because like he really came into
Impact or influential? Sorry to cut you.
Is it not the same thing?
No, it's two different words. Impactful and influential is two different words.
Eminem was definitely both. I never wanted to be Eminem specifically, but like he was impactful and he was influential because he looked like all of the white kids in the suburbs and allowed that music to go into those homes.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? In a way that maybe some of those homes weren't listening to.
Yeah.
But you could go into whatever shop at the time, HMV, say to your parents, can I get that? And the parents would look at the kid, look at Eminem on a CD and be like, yeah, you can buy that. Not knowing what he's talking, not knowing that he's what he's saying 10 times. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
What's the definition of influential? Not to cut you, I'm still listening.
I've got it still, actually.
You know what? I think the way that you kind of explain that was magnificent.
Thank you.
No, well done on that one still.
What's the...
It's like you had that preloaded still.
No, do you know, because it's so true. Do you know, I watch a lot of documentaries and I've heard people say that. And when they put it like that, it's like, okay, like that does make sense. Do you know what I mean? And that's not to say that some of those kids weren't listening to like hip hop or whatever, but
do you want to read the term for them?
He crossed over and he was like unapologetically white in a way. Like he was like, I am white, but I'm and
so you see, for example, sorry to cut you. You see, like you had Eminem. Eminem was Eminem, but who was the other white rapper? What come?
Vanilla Ice.
No, not Vanilla Ice. The one what come?
Bubba Sparks.
Bubba Sparks. He had the little wigger thing about him, innit?
Yeah.
If I'm allowed to say that.
You
know what I mean? But Eminem was just Eminem, innit?
He went authentic.
But you know what? To go off topic, I just wanted to get this in there. Yeah. You see, like when you played that Eminem to me. Yeah. It kind of gave me some chill about rap again, cause. Yeah. It was that missing thing at the time with rap, and Eminem done it. That's why you're allowed to say he's influential. But you see, after that period, the next artist that gave me the chill was Young Jeezy, blood. Yeah. When you played that, I think he was very influential.
Did we play Jeezy before 50 Cent? 50 Cent was before Jeezy, isn't it?
You're going to have to check the dates, innit?
The further you go deep into hip hop, the more you're gonna lose me.
You know what? So influential, I think you can't miss out Young Jeezy on that one because I think he actually changed rap.
He did. He definitely did. Give them the give them the
time. So influential comes from Latin of influentia, 16th century. So basically having great influence over someone in terms of being powerful.
Someone or something.
Dominant, leading, significant, inspiring.
Yeah,
those type of things. Yeah, I can give it to him.
It's definitely.
I understand what you're saying because it depends what walk of life that you're kind of following at the time. Like if you're doing Young Jeezy thing, then he was very influential. But if you're talking about someone that's following Eminem, that you can be influential to them. So it depends on what pocket the artist sits in.
They had power in their time.
And I think you could just like you can not necessarily like somebody's music, but appreciate their contribution. Do you know what I mean? And I think with Eminem, he cause I don't really know much about Jeezy. Actually, I was reading L.A. Reid's book. Didn't he sign? He did.
Yeah, he did.
L.A. Reid signed Jeezy, and he signed Future. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did.
But Eminem, like he came through with like Dr. Dre. So like anybody who loved like Dr. Dre and Death Row and all of that, and like Tupac as well. Do you know what I mean? Got brought through, and then he gave us 50 Cent. So even if you didn't like Eminem, like then he gave like D12, like
you have to rate him.
Do you know what I mean? 50, so he came in a culture, and he wasn't trying to take from the culture. He was like, I love this culture. Like I'm in this culture. Yeah. So white kids liked him, black kids liked him because you could only respect him, and then his lyrics and his bars were like sick as well. Do you know what I mean? And I mean, I'm sitting here like I'm a real Eminem, and I am. I'm like his first two albums. I used to love probably his first 3 or 4 albums. Like loved.
I think he kind of lost his way somewhere, and I stopped connecting with him.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I stopped connecting with him as well.
What do you think about that? Because you introduced me to him.
For me,
So when did he lose appeal to you?
He kind of like lapped the game. Then he had to like lap himself, and then. After lapping himself, he had to like so
he was
just so ahead that you know what I'm saying. It's just all mad for a minute, personally. But he's one of my favorite top 10, top 5 rappers. He's called. Nice. I feel influential on me anyway.
Yeah, that's dope.
As a rapper.
That's dope.
No doubt. moving on from US rap, I think in the last week, I think Steph London put a post out on socials and she's basically saying she's the realist. You've seen it, yeah?
I'm so sorry.
Go on.
Can we just say Little Kim is actually like just one of the best, most influential. I just had to say, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I know we moved on in it, but
it's fine.
Little Kim. No, just honorary shout out to Little Kim. And go.
So is it artists or rappers, sorry?
No, Steph said about...
well, before I went into Steph, I was like, yeah, it was actually most influential rapper in the last 15 years. Definitely Lil Kim's influence it can't be understated. Like,
at all.
Like, can't.
At all. She like, Little Kim, Foxy. I mean, I think that like Queen Latifah and MC Light and do you know what I mean? Like,
do you know who I want to throw in there though? And she's not even a rapper, but I think she needs to be thrown in there just for respect.
Okay.
Mary J. Blige as well.
Oh no, please. No.
Don't you think?
No, because I love Mary J. Blige.
But she set a platform for so many rappers on her like records.
Word.
Do you know who did?
She's
no,
hip-hop.
for real. Do you know
She's
who did?
hip-hop.
She's
no,
hip-hop.
No, you were right. Sorry, who said Lauryn Hill?
Yeah,
I said Lauryn
Okay,
Hill.
cool. Yeah, because how could we forget Lauren, right?
Yeah.
But honestly, Mariah Carey gave a platform because when she came out, I sound like such a music geek. I'm so sorry.
Everyone hears music geek. I'm loving it.
All music geeks.
Because I just play records. Don't know what's going on.
Like Mariah Carey, when she came out, how she was positioned was like this, because she's mixed race, right? You don't know that. But she looks more white than anything. Yeah. And like was very ambiguous or whatever. So the way they kind of positioned her, because I'm reading her book at the moment as well, is that she's was that she was more kind of white, or just like they wouldn't really kind of say, it wasn't very clear. So they positioned her in that sort of market, and she was like the first person in that sort of pop genre thing at that time to collaborate with like hip hop artists, like, and they didn't want Jay-Z in the video for Heartbreaker. She didn't say this in the book, but like I've heard this somewhere, that they didn't want him in the book because like he didn't have the right look for her as well. Like, but Mariah Carey as a pop princess, like the idea of maybe now Britney Spears collaborating with a pop, or like I don't know, Little Mix collaborating with Stormzy or whatever, like Mariah Carey really set a precedent because like R&B pop singers at that time, they weren't messing with the hood and stuff like that. So I did just want to say, because you were saying about Mary, but Mary did, but Mary, I wouldn't say she's Mary's but they say she's the queen of hip hop and R&B, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
She's a queen, boy.
She's
a
like,
queen.
She did her thing.
No More Drama is an amazing album.
That next one though, do you know what I wanted to speak out.
What is the question though?
Sorry.
So But this was it punched up.
I told them already, you know, from the beginning. That's a serious trick.
What did Steph do?
It's slowing me down, but yeah, go on. Steph London, what she do? She's gone online and she basically says she's the realist sort of thing. That's why she can't really like make new friends or be like letting people into her circle. Like she's got who she's basically really the most sort of thing. Yeah. I can't paraphrase her word for word, but in terms of the energy, it was like I am who I am sort of thing. Yeah. And none of you lot can like chat to me sort of thing.
What artists, females, everyone in the world, like what's the energy?
Artists, females.
You might have to get the quote up for me, man.
New friends, but. You seem to have some insight into it. Go on.
Let me know, man. What's going on?
I didn't want to talk out on it first. I want somebody else to fill in.
I know nothing about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, so you got
like if you
got to pull up the two.
Yeah, one of the two.
No, listen.
Steph London.
He would so film if he was on the plane. That high five killed him.
If you fill in the gaps, it will come to my mind because I can remember the energy.
That's
it.
Please, get up.
No, I just wanted to talk out on it.
Yeah, go on.
For me,
wait. What did she do? What did she say?
She just basically said that she's the realist in whatever the game.
Yeah, she's the realist in the game. Period.
Well, I couldn't say that. I say that all the time. That's why people love me. I'm the realist, innit? That's why I'm here. I'm the realist as well, innit? Eat good food. I'm the realist. That's why they subscribe. I'm the realist as well. What? What's the problem? What's going on?
But you see, for me, I think that she's allowed to say that because I think in her pocket right now, from my perspective, I don't really like go deep into the game and I don't really know who's doing their thing at the moment. But from what I see, the last few years, she's doing it how no one ain't really doing it. I don't think she's not. And I see these, like, there's other, like, female, like, artists that are really, really good, but they're not where she is at the moment, type of thing.
Okay, I don't think that's fair.
Okay.
And that's not to do with Steph. That's like to do with she's been doing this for like a minute. Do you know what I mean? Like, so she's like signed and had things like money put behind her. Like, I don't like when you're saying like no one's doing it like her. I don't think that like there aren't other people out there who are trying, and I think that actually in the industry sometimes it can be difficult for like people who are doing a certain type of music, or even like black girls, or do you know what I mean, like to really come through and be given certain opportunities. And I do think things are changing, but maybe Steph was just the one that, like, before it was like they would let one through. Like in history, like it was like you just had Jamelia, like,
for a long time.
Do you know
That's
what I mean?
what we grew up on.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? But there were like loads of other people that you had, or you just had Mystique. But like, where are the other girls? Or do you get what I'm trying to say? And I think that Steph, like, maybe she like started on her craft before some of these other girls, and she's like now inspiring some of the other girls. But I think that it's kind of it's not really a level playing field to be comparing. Am I making sense?
No, I get you.
Yeah.
You're making sense.
Yeah, I respect. I
just want to know how this is all coming round though, because she just said she's the realist. So,
but this is a fair point. So maybe she just meant I'm just the realest girl, like, out here.
I need that
maybe
you looked at it on a holistic kind of perspective, which I appreciate, which what needed to be mentioned, right? But I think that's why I said I was very careful. I said in her pocket, she's doing what she's done, like the song with Montana, man. God, like, damn.
Well, guys,
that was hard, no?
Guys, away from being an artist, as a human being, when you brush your teeth and you go out in the day, shouldn't you be the realest person anyway? Like, are you
100%.
You know what it
you're
is?
not doing that. Like, stay in your house. Like,
a lot of people haven't got integrity. They don't stand for what they actually should be standing for, believing. So
I noticed that.
So explain that a little bit more about the integrity part. How do you connect it though?
How do you really connect it?
Yeah, how do you connect it?
I don't even know how to find it, bro.
How do you connect it with you saying that you're the realist though?
In terms of like,
did she? Sorry.
Go on.
No, go.
And you know what? Yeah, I think that her ego, she needs to believe that she's the realist to have her output.
She's an entertainer. What do you expect?
And I think if she didn't have that demeanor and that personality, it wouldn't sit well. So the fact that she is saying that, it sits with her character.
But do you know what? I might take back everything that I just said, because if she just said I'm the realist, then there's nothing wrong with that. Do you know what I mean? Like, if she was like I'm the realist or I'm the best artist, then we can kind of debate the artist.
We haven't got context. That's what we haven't got.
Yeah. But no. I don't think you should withdraw it at all. What you said was valid. No doubt. It needed to have that perspective on it. Yeah. But that's why I was very careful, and I said pocket. Her pocket is, you know what I mean? But the context though, I like that you brought that in there, because are we talking about rap? Are we talking about the bars? Are we talking about her delivery? We're talking about.
I think it's about personality in life, sort of thing, and
like just her general.
Because rap bar for bar, I ain't really analysed her thing.
No, I don't think it was said out of music. It was more on a personal type of level, which I can kind of relate to, because what I am, what you see is what you're gonna get. You're not gonna get something else, or I show you something and then I do something else. It's never that. Okay. So in that sense, it's cool. The way in which what she said could be contentious is like, I don't know. It's like you're in the industry, so you can say whatever you need to say to us.
Do you know what? I don't think there's anything wrong with her. Her saying it. Period. I don't think there's anything wrong with her saying that or believing that, just as a human being, as a female walking down the street. Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with her saying that or believing that as a rapper. Like she can say, like, I think it doesn't even need talking about. Like, if she was like, I'm the realist and I'm better than Nadia Rose or Paige Kate, like if she called out somebody's name, but she didn't. She just said maybe
there are people calling out names right now, to be honest.
So listen to this though. Listen,
I like it though.
listen.
I think as like a rapper, you're meant to be saying you're ready to get the challenges.
Yeah,
that's the sport of the game. You know what I mean?
You're gladiators, bro.
Yeah. I think this era of rap, they don't understand that they're gladiators.
It's too nice.
Yeah, it's way too nice for me.
It's good.
I don't like it.
We got Trilly Banks and Nole going at it right now.
Yeah, that's what it's meant to bring. This is
and I think it's good
for the
culture.
culture.
It's sick.
I haven't seen it. Was that today?
No, it's literally just started.
You see what I'm saying? And you know what? I follow Nole because Nole's been doing a thing before,
for a minute.
But she needed bait and she needed someone to bite. So right now,
it's a good rapper.
Set it up. But now you see Nole, she's been waiting for a minute for a long time, and I think she needs to go get it now. She needs to call her out and they need to go at it. And you see, like Steph now, if Nole brings it, she can't turn away. She's got to bring it back. For you to say you're the real, she can't turn away now. That's my take on it.
Oh my god! All right. Yeah.
What was you gonna say before though?
Like, so she said she's the realest, yeah?
Yeah.
If this was Sweetie or Nicki Minaj or Lil Kim or Mulatto that said they're the realest in Atlanta, would you still be drawing light to it if they just tweeted in Atlanta one day, I'm the realest B? Or would you care? Or is it because it's Steph London and we're in the UK and it's like, oh, she says the realest?
Me personally, like, I don't care what anyone else is getting up to, you know what I'm saying? But more so American stuff, like, I don't care. UK stuff, yeah, like, I don't mind because it's a little bit more connected to it. Like, we can all feel some type of connection. I feel like with the Steph thing, where it gets contentious and where I might argue with someone, is that I still can't let go of, like, she had tweets about dark-skinned girls, like not too long. So that's always on my mind.
Is that fair for us to put that together? Because that come to my brain.
No, I didn't bring it up before because I don't think or know if it's fair to bring it up together. But I still remember that this person. That's the
picture you're painting.
Yeah, that the person.
What did she say? Because I don't know what she said. So,
like, you know, like people put out contentious tweets, but. Like, obviously, she was coming up.
The way he uses contentious word, use it a lot.
I like that word as well. You know what? When he said it first, I thought, I like that word, you know, contentious.
Yeah. All right, so I'll use another word.
No, I like it. Use it. You know what? Underneath the little, what you call it there?
You know what? You just reminded me. The tweets was not even contentious. There was straight up dissing dark-skinned girls sort of thing. And I'm sure she's apologised for it and the tweets have been deleted since. But it's like...
What did she say about that? But I swear one of her bona fide friends is dark skinned though.
Yeah, yes. Her best friend is.
Yes, and everybody knows this. But from time you have gone out of your way to post these tweets on the internet and now you're coming out saying you're the realist, to me personally...
But what did she say about dark skinned girls though? That's what I want to know.
Like something like... hugely offensive, yeah. Like I can't quote it, but it's offensive. I remember at the time on Twitter, like back in the day, people used to post a lot of things that was very like colorist and it wasn't like a safe place if you're a dark skinned girl to come online because you open the thing and like So imagine an influential artist like that saying something like that. So it's like now for you to come out and say you're the realist.
The responsibility.
We love our dark skinned girls, just for the record. We love every one of you. Light, dark, pink, blue. We love all of you. You know what I'm saying? We'll just
I'm here to accept on behalf of dark skinned girls.
Dark skinned women.
I wouldn't describe you as dark though.
I mean,
you're brown.
Yeah, Bran.
You're not dark.
Yeah, but you know what? You're black, you're dark skinned. Yeah, just respect it.
So I'm here to collect on behalf of.
All right. Now, thank you. We like that.
Multiple accolades.
You know, just add it to the list.
Just add it on.
What's next for us, brother?
But yeah, in like one big thing that's been going on for me, like in terms of my thought process in the last week, is like, can men be vulnerable and are they allowed to be vulnerable online? And in terms of vulnerable, I mean like dealing with insecurities and all the things that are going on. And I think to give it context, we've just gone through a pandemic. So, for example, I'm a DJ, so most DJs I know haven't been able to work since like February and stuff. So, like, imagine like you got mortgages to pay, bills to feed, kids coming out, and kids on the way. God knows all manner of things. You know what I'm saying? And you're finding out your workplace is no longer existing, no more. Like it's gone bankrupt or whatever. So it's like in the last week, in terms of like what has being vulnerable meant to me, I guess like it's just coming to more of an awareness of what other people are going through in their lives. So someone might be going through redundancy, bankruptcy, suicidal thoughts, whatever it is, innit? But in now knowing and learning about it, I'm like, actually, it's not cool for me to come online and be like, yo, this is what I'm thinking about, or this is what man might be experiencing, sort of thing. Like, I did mention it vaguely online that I had a day where I was reduced to tears, but that was only because
you don't have to like even quantify like why.
I'm quantifying it like because I feel like I did that because I felt like for anyone that follows or supports me, I'd rather keep it real with you because this always having to be 100% positive every single day and stuff. Yeah, like it's long because every time people speak to you, they think everything's okay. So I never have the opportunity to talk about the things that are not okay, sort of thing. So I guess that's where the whole conversation. And then I realized actually I want to have more conversation with men that's not always about the good stuff. Let's talk about the other things that we think about, you know.
It's a sensitive one.
For me, firstly, any problems or any good, online isn't the place for certain things. Like it's online's online, innit?
Yeah.
That could be an old-fashioned way of looking at things. That's number one. What was the other thing you said? Vulnerable. Yeah, men should be vulnerable, of course. 100%.
But a lot of girls will say like men are not emotionally available.
And what was the other thing you said? You said something else. You said something else. Swoosh. What else did you say there?
In terms of what did I say? No, literally what I said is like, can men be vulnerable online?
Yeah, no. I don't think no one should be promoting their happiest moment and their lowest moment online. Online is just for online, innit? For me, in my
fact,
brain.
what I wrote down, are men allowed to be vulnerable? Period.
Yeah,
That's it.
you know what? My thing on it, it's like mine's quite deep, innit? Because I think I was raised with a father figure, so my mum had to be like both parents growing up. So my mum's like hard as nails, like she weren't messing about. And you know another thing what I learned by like going to my friends and my peers' homes and seeing their dad, and I think what stands out with the dads that I met, one time I went to a funeral and his missus passed away, and the dad was over the casket and I said like, "Rah, like how do you feel?" type of thing, but he said, as a man you have to take it. Like in life, a man's job is to be as hard as nails, innit?
That's what I've come to a conclusion.
That's not your the emotions and that's not your trait, fam. Your trait is to provide for your family and take all of the rubbish the woman throws at you, the world throws at you. You're meant to be hard as nails, and that's your role as a man.
I disagree.
Right, imagine being hard as nails in a bloody pandemic, bro.
I disagree, but
the nail gonna be bruck.
Obviously, you don't want a male to be like highly sensitive like a female would.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have times when you're down, innit? You're gonna cry sometimes. I ain't cried in time.
Yeah.
But you don't
need to quantify. You do.
No, but listen.
But
crying is good.
Crying don't make you not a man.
Anything, but
crying don't make you a man.
Be vulnerable,
Like,
man.
it don't make you not a man. Like,
Okay.
everyone can cry, you know what I mean? But you got to be hard with it, though.
I think vulnerability, when you do show you're vulnerable, is the actual strength. It's like when I come to you and I could say, "Rah, you know what? This month's been bad, you know, my brother. I'm not even gonna go around it." Or I went to homegirl's house and she told me, "Yo, you gotta get out." Still, like that is strength to me, innit? Keeping it 100, innit?
Yeah,
when
but
you need
the
to
way that the manner that you done it, that was hard, cuz.
But it's vulnerable. I'm still vulnerable. I'm still
okay. So we got to dissect what vulnerable actually means.
There's sensitive. There's being proper sensitive, and there's like vulnerable. Vulnerable is vulnerable. No, what's the definition?
I think for me,
I was gonna say you wanna Google again.
Yeah. Definition, man.
Like no, without getting on Google, vulnerable to me is like if I can approach my friends or family and actually be able to share my insecurities or whatever I'm going through that might have me worried per se. So it's not things that you would usually discuss.
Yeah,
with
obviously
people.
everybody's got to do that. You have to do that for your mental health, innit?
Yeah.
No doubt. You need to discuss what's going on in your brain, but it's the way that you do it and who you do it to was very important. Yeah, I hit you up all the time and say, listen, that's going on, or this week ain't been too
Does that make you vulnerable?
Exactly. That. So my definition of vulnerable is a man that's like, am I allowed to swear?
You can do whatever you need.
Like, there's like bitching and there's like bitching, innit? Like, you're allowed to bitch, but don't be a bitch, innit? Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't take it where. Don't say, like, you know what I mean? Don't do that. Don't do that.
So wait,
Don't whine.
Your friend can come to you and tell you they're having a hard day, but they can't come to you crying.
How?
Don't.
Yo, I'm having a hard day, you know.
But this is exactly what I mean. Like, if I knew that I can't come bitching to you,
don't do it.
Then
I would have put you on the straight and narrow.
Okay.
In our circles, we know who's right for who, though, innit? You're gonna go to him for finances, him for support.
But I think not all people are like that, and I just want to say, as a female,
Yes.
I think, and my opinion in this is like, it's like very important, but also it's not important because I'm not a male, but also like I'm a female who is straight, so interacts with males, not plural, but just women. Just like, that's what I'm saying. But no, so I would encourage any male to be like vulnerable and to talk about your emotions, because I find in my experience that men will bottle up their emotions and then act mad, petty or weird,
but
or
really
just
you.
like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm the kind of person, like, if you're upset about something, just call me and be like, I'm upset about X. Don't tell me we're fine.
When's your birthday?
The 18th of August, if anybody wants to send me a present, it's at Malika Official. Leo.
You know what though? Sorry to cut you. You approach the thing like me. Like, don't go round the world with it. Just come directly and
Just
say,
straight.
this is
Straight.
this, because the time you done that, we could have solved all of your issues, and I could have put you on the straight and narrow. Like, if
Or
you
you could
need,
have put me on the straight and narrow. Do you know what I mean? Just by being direct.
100, because you all learn from each other as well.
Exactly. And it's like, I think that in the past, there's just so much push and pull between men and women, especially like ethnic men and women, because of history and all the stuff that we've had to put up with. But I think that we're at a space and time now where, like, you should be able to say how you feel and manage that. And if that does mean that you cry, like, we can work out what is making you feel like that. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously, like, there's a pressure point. Like, it happens to me. Like, sometimes there's just a pressure point and there's just like tears for no reason. Do you know what I mean? But it's because of this and this and this and this, and it's just built up. Men are human at the end of the day, and I think that, like, there should be a safe space. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I've got two things,
Okay.
Firstly, you said it's not important. You said your opinion's not important or something at the start.
I said
as a woman,
it's like, it is very important, but also it's not important because I'm not a man.
And this is what I'm pushing into the world. Black woman, your opinion matters. Like, yes, what you get me? Because growing up, women was the head for me, innit? Like, see, so what you say kind of goes like, it's very important what you're saying, innit?
Or I'm more meant like in this room where like you lot are talking as men and as friends around each other. Do you know what I mean?
Your thing's strong. You
yeah.
get me?
Okay. Cool.
You,
All right. Oh gosh.
And number two,
sorry.
Number two for me, on the vulnerability thing, it doesn't matter how you come to me.
Yeah.
You could come to me with highs, lows, bottoms. All I want to know is how you're attacking this tomorrow. This is personally for me. So a man could come to me soft, hard, whatever. I just want to know tomorrow, what are you going to do about it? Don't be coming to me with this. I can take that as a man, but I just want to know, all right, cool. So what are you going to do tomorrow, bro?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. And that's how
what if like they don't like? What if the person doesn't know? Like, what if they come to you and they're crying today, and they come to you next week and they're crying still?
See
and
that,
they come to you the week after and they're crying.
I can't work
still.
with that one.
Okay.
I can't work with that one. That's not.
You can't.
Yeah, that's not a bit of me. That one.
What about you?
I just need to.
I
know
think
what's
for
happening
me,
tomorrow.
like on the first instance, by then I would have signposted you correctly. So for it to happen again would be a bit of a mazzoline. Like it probably wouldn't happen. Like we deal with it, then I get the help, the support that we need, and we do exactly what he said. You know what I'm saying? Take action. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not.
Do you know what though? You see, talking about it and thinking about it on, like the fly on the wall. Sometimes I'm good at giving the advice, but taking the advice, I don't think it always works the same way. You see, when that contradiction happens, it reminds me of Nas. I remember he was in a clash one time and someone said that he contradicted himself. So sometimes I have like the Nas moment. But sometimes it's difficult once you're in it to see a way out.
Absolutely, 100%.
But on the outside, it seemed very clear cut.
Yeah.
But when you got the other things to what's attached, it could be a little bit difficult.
Do you know what? When you feel something, so whatever the situation is, right?
You're attached to it.
You're just like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, nobody don't know what it's like in that job with that specific boss, or nobody knows what it's like in that friendship that you've been friends with somebody for 10, 15 years and they've just screwed you, or they've robbed you, or they've stolen something, or they mash up your card for the third time. But someone's gonna I'm gonna be like, why did they already crashed your car twice? Why did you give it to them? Do you know what I mean? And I think that's like the vulnerability that maybe we as a society whatever need to work on with men, or it's not even with men, I just think with people in general. Like you just never know what somebody's going through, like you just never know what's taking them to that point. So like somebody may come and they may cry to you about, I don't know, me and my girl broke up, and in your back of your head thinking, well, I didn't like that girl anyway, so it's good she left. But he may come crying like 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, and I think too much times we're like, men are like, you told me that once, we can't talk about it again. I told you I didn't like your girl anyway and you couldn't trust her. We've spoken about it, so please don't come and talk to me about her.
I like that though. That's the way I think people should handle business. And you know what, going back to what I said before, the dads that I've like viewed, and you see that they got the mum and dad, my friends that's had the mum and dad, their dads are very much like that. They're very harsh. They don't really take no like disrespect. They're going to tell you once, and that's the kind of feeling that I got from them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but do you think that makes them, do you not?
I think that's how you keep a relationship. And I think in a relationship, the man is meant to be a man and the woman's meant to be a woman. When you got things wavering, it don't work because you're just not playing your position.
But what does that mean? Like, does that mean a man is supposed to be a man and a woman's supposed to be a woman? Do you not think that...
I can't even define those.
How that translates to me, though, is just like what he's saying is masculine energy and feminine energy, isn't it?
Okay.
Can I just one thing? Y'all, have you not watched This Is Us?
This Is Us. No,
it's a TV show, yeah? It is one of the best TV shows. Yeah. Basically, it's how do I say this quickly? So it's a white man and a white woman.
Yeah.
Woman's pregnant with triplets.
Yeah.
She gives birth to 2 of them, loses one in the birth, ends up adopting a little black kid.
Yeah.
And then it goes back and forth in time. So like present time and in the past, for like from like the 80s to whatever. And it shows you the relationship. So it tackles obviously like racism, like white kids, white parents raising a black kid. It shows you like this black man, how he feels being this person, like adopted and like, but they raise them as a whole family, and like there's a lot of love. Watch that show. Like he is a black male. The black male in the show, like he ends up marrying a black woman. Sorry, spoiler if you haven't seen it. But he ends up marrying this black woman. But he also goes through like anxiety and stresses, and he's like the pillar, right? But he holds on to all of these emotions. And I bring that up to say, like, even though men are being men and women are being women, right? And I'm so for that. Yeah. But men feel emotions too. Like if someone cuts you, you're gonna bleed too. So I don't think you can be hard as nails and you can be strong 100%. But that doesn't mean that in certain situations, at certain points in life, that the woman has to step forward and look after her man and her family, or be there to support him until he's able to come back. Do you know what I mean? It's you can't be married for 40 and 50 years and for 5 of them years you lot don't talk to each other, or do you if you think like like our grandparents have made it. Some of our grandparents have made it that far, and they haven't had falling outs. They haven't had infidelities. They haven't had gambling, smoking, drug issues. They haven't overcome those sorts of things. If you don't think that the men have fallen or become weak and had to lean on their women, it's a false narrative. It's a false narrative, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's about how you support each other.
Preach.
Oh, thank you. It's about how you support each other and how you like lift each other up so that you can move forward together. Because a woman is gonna fall, but a man is gonna fall too, and like it's that like. And there's nothing wrong with it. So if you need to cry.
Yeah, but you know what?
Sorry, that was so long. But watch This Is Us. It's an amazing
you know
show.
I hear that what you're saying, yeah. But from my eyesight, because like I was raised with my granddad and my grandma, yeah.
Right.
My granddad was hard as nails because he didn't bitch about a thing. He was up at 6 o'clock in the morning, come back about 7 or 8, and he just kept it going. Like there was no like emotion in that man. None. He just did his job. And you know what? He did his job. He didn't moan about nothing. I never heard the man moan.
He just kept
kept to his craft. Because you know what he had? He had his duties. And he was up in the morning doing the duties. And that was all I saw from the man.
Jesus.
And I think, you know what?
I think it's just me and him going back.
You know what?
Because I'm ready.
And you know what? Like, I've been in relationships, yeah, and like I had to check obviously on hindsight, it's a beautiful thing. I had to check myself because I was being way too emotional. And I think you're meant to have your duties as a man and just carry them out and don't say nothing. Sometimes.
Say nothing to who about what? Like, don't moan.
You can't. You just do your job,
See,
man. If you get beat up,
female pitch.
you know what? It's like.
Why do you say he's being too emotional as well? Where and why
I was
he being too
just
emotional?
saying too much. If a woman says something, but we don't need to
Like
say
go back and forth.
You don't need to say anything. Okay, keep it moving. Do your job.
I don't agree.
Yeah.
You're saying that, but you don't know what conversations took place between your grandfather and your like when you was in bed. Like there would have been certain things that they would have shared that you would never know about. There'd have been certain things that they would have gone through and that they would have shared that your parents would have never known, or I don't know if you have aunties or uncles, but do you know what I mean? Like their children would never know about. Like there are certain things that you go through to this day that your parents don't know about.
Yeah, but you know what it is? The way that you do it has to be, you have to have a G code about it.
No,
you can't be you know what I realize? You can't be getting into it with your woman. Like your woman's not there for you to be getting into anything. Like if you get beat up here, you can't go home and tell your missus you got beat up, bruv. That's for outside, in the house is regiment, fam. That's how it's meant to be.
That's very old fashioned.
Exactly, and it worked. But if you look at the relationships today, they don't work. It's very short. They're very short. I
don't think that's fair.
We've got to get the surveys out, innit?
I mean, I think relationships back in the day didn't work. Like how many people?
They worked.
How many people do you know that like are still together? Like parents are still together now. Like,
do you know what a key thing that I said? I said I analysed the parents that were together.
No, you did, and that's a fair point. But how many people, how out of all of your school friends, or if we do a poll of all of our school friends, I mean, I went to secondary school with white people, so a lot of their parents are still together.
Exactly.
But do you know what I mean? Like,
I think the white people are a good example as well.
White people, my mum is mixed race, my grandmother's white, my dad is full black, and his mum is black. Or like my dad's side, they're black, and my mum's side, my nan is white, and my granddad is black. White people have a different history, and they've had different opportunities to black people. My white nan was able to do certain things and behave in a certain way that my black grandmother was not given the luxury of, for one simple reason. You cannot look at white people on any day of the week, in any job, in anything that they're doing, and compare it to what a black person's doing. You can't.
Yeah, but I think that, you see what you said was great. And that's why I think as a black man, you're not meant to be getting into it if you're a woman. So as a man, from hindsight and my experience, when you're with your woman, yeah, don't get into it with your woman. All you're there to do is cherish her and uplift that woman. You're not there to do any other thing. If she makes mistakes, cool, fair enough. Don't check her. You might say, okay, that's wrong, but don't get into it. Support her. And I think that's what men have to do. You're not meant to get into it with women at all. That's my feeling of it all.
No, I think absolutely. I think it's easy to say don't check them, and I think it's easy to say, like, it's definitely, you should support each other. I don't think anybody deserves one support than another. But I think in terms of like men being vulnerable, do you know what I mean? I think that you should feel safe to do that with your partner and know that they're not gonna think any less of you or disrespect.
This is where we get into confrontation, because women are always gonna think like less of you. If you're crying, if you're crying on your knees to your woman, your woman's gonna think you're a little.
I promise you, I've had a guy cry.
And you know what? You might not want to admit it, but I know you thought, this
I didn't, honestly.
Weak,
I honestly.
You know what it is? Consciously, but subconsciously.
No, I'm telling you, honestly, like when he cried, I was like.
Wet like Duns River. No, it's got two effects.
No, wait, I'm lying.
No, it's got two effects.
I've had two guys.
It's got two
I've
effects.
had two guys cry, so maybe I'm the problem.
And some think.
No, do you know what? It wasn't even. No, you're right. Some will like it and some won't.
Wet like Duns River. All right.
What's wet like Duns River? What's this?
Bossy.
Crying like Duns River, like tears, like just
barley,
like.
But how bad was the barley? Was the noise and that? You know when you're younger.
It wasn't. There wasn't no noise. There wasn't.
Right.
There wasn't. At both times there wasn't no noise.
It was a little G'd up.
No, it didn't. And then he was like, one of them was like, no, I didn't cry. I didn't.
Yeah, bad man thing. I didn't cry.
I'm not laughing. No, but the point is, when both situations happened, like, I appreciated that they were going through something regardless, and that they shared that with me. Like, they trusted and they knew that they were sharing that with me, and I wouldn't sit on a podcast and laugh about it. No, joking. Joking. No, they shared that with me, and they knew that was it was a safe space, and like there was nothing after that. I just wanted to make sure they were okay because I cared about them. And there are some women and there are some people that in that moment I'll be like, yo, and he cried, and do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they're human, and that's the point that I'm trying to make. Like, if you're with somebody that loves you and respects you, like, they're gonna know that sometimes something is going to happen and you are going to fall. I don't know, maybe I'm just looking for Prince Charming.
Like all women?
I don't know which side of the argument to be on. I'm on both, in the sense that I feel like we're at this point now where women want that 10% guy, like, that everything's complete. They don't want the come up guy no more. They don't want the guy that's crying or
that's human. It's human nature as well. We've got to realize, we've got to include human nature, man. You know what I mean? That men are here to do what they got to do, and women. But you know what? I'm surprised you ain't pulled me up or checked me on that. It's kind of sexist, but I don't see how else it's gonna work in a relationship.
No, I think that even though I'm like, I don't understand what you meant by like men being men and women being women, I think that like women should be like whatever that is to them. Like, do you know what I mean? There are some women who are like, one of my aunties is like she's like the head of the household, and her partner is just kind of like, he goes to work, he comes home, he's in the other room with the door closed though. But my auntie like holds everything together. She's like the one that makes the decision. She does everything.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down for that.
But that works for them. But then there are other people who they want you to do. And then like one of my best friends, like, he really is the man, and the wife goes to him and it's like, oh, you know, I need some money for this. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's whatever works for you. There's no rules. What I like is going to be different from you to you.
No doubt.
There's no rules. But fundamentally, as human beings, there's nothing wrong with just like calling up your mate and being like, yo, I am in a really bad situation and I may need to talk about this for the next 4 years. Like me, I've been talking to my cousin about the same thing for like 10 years. And she does...
What's her name? She loves you. She loves
Oh,
you.
sorry. Shahida, I want to shout out my cousin.
Yeah, she loves
And
you.
Alex.
Same thing for 10 years.
No, I'm messing around, but do you know what I mean? Like, we kind of go over certain things, and men should feel a safe space to do that.
So no doubt, yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's it. I just think it's like a safe space thing. It's like a safe space thing. It's a respect thing, and
I just don't see how it works. No.
I'm single, so maybe it don't work. Like,
No, I'm talking about. You see, like you said, your auntie's the head of the house, by all means. But I'm saying, like, on vulnerability, yeah, I just don't think a man should do that, man.
The whole point of the question was like, can we create that space for men to do that?
We're online.
Not necessarily online, but we just make it okay. Like I should be able to talk to my boy, and I should be able to talk to this. But like, you have your people to talk to.
Yeah, you have your people to talk to.
I would say in this day and age, it's reached a point where you can feel like there's no one even to talk to. So sometimes you reach a point, everyone's posting like cool Samaritans and all of that. Like, why does it need to get to that point? Why can't people just check on each other and support each other naturally?
But I think, I don't know, I might be like out of character, I shouldn't really say this, but I think black people don't support black people. Like, for my cousin, yeah, he lost his mum, yeah, and it's like, I checked one time, I was walking with him, I think, damn, bro, I really asked him about how he feels about his mum, like, so I just put it to him, innit, like, bro, like, how do you feel about, like, losing your mum, like, when did you start feeling better about the situation? And he said, like, he did it in a G'd up way, how you're meant to do it. He said, the hurt that he felt when his mum passed away, it never goes. And that kind of touched me. So what he basically said, he's living with that pain. And that's deep. But he did it in a G'd up way, but it's like, damn, like, so you hurt, but you have to live with that hurt, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of deep. But vulnerability, the way he handled it, I think that's how a man should handle it. So, ratings to him.
But you know, I'm just gonna come to conclusion that if men need to talk, and
they definitely need to talk.
Yeah, they need to talk, and they need to talk more, and it's okay to talk. Yeah, not like your granddad. Like,
it's okay to talk.
Yeah, man. Like, nah, man.
It's okay to cry as well. It's okay to cry.
Yeah, we can at least agree on that, man. So.
And I think families need to start supporting their families a lot more as well. So you're right in regards to people thinking that they're not able to talk to people. Yeah. I think that if you've got a family, check up on your family, innit? Ask your family if they're okay. I think it's your responsibility. If you've got the same surname, call them up. Even I'm a culprit for it as well. You got to call up the people with the same surname as you and your direct cousins.
Yeah.
And give them 5 minutes and say, do you know what? It's everything correct. And you know, when I leave here today, I'm going to make the calls today and say,
just
you okay?
That basic bit of communication.
Yeah, thank you.
I think I've learned that because obviously I recently lost someone. I was like, actually, my communication with family isn't what it should be, sort of thing. And it's like, you don't know anything. You just have no clue, time, what people are going through. And it's like, actually, just communicate if you can.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's it. But yeah, we've been speaking for a minute, and it's like, I definitely want to touch on some music-related stuff. Obviously, we've got three artists who all make music, innit?
Yeah, big up EGF, the songs out as well.
Yeah, you all make music. So in terms of like, just like letting people know what's next, what they can expect from you guys, and what's happening with your music right now, or what the messaging is, I guess. Yeah, just whatever it is you feel like the public need to know at this point.
KEGELS out right now.
It's not even
KEGELS is out right now.
Alright, when it comes to KEGELS, like what is KEGELS? And for me, it's like an exercise thing, isn't it? Yeah. So like just so people can understand what is KEGELS.
So KEGELS is a female exercise for their
Speak louder.
KEGELS is a female exercise for their special part to help it build that muscle contraction so it's stronger and tighter You know what I'm saying? So that's what KEGELS is. So
Don't look over here when you say
no,
that.
I'm looking up.
I
I'm just looking
just
over here. You know
wanted to
what I'm
make
saying? I just, you know what I'm saying?
No, but do they do it at home? Is it in the gym?
Nah, so you do it wherever. Girls, I've ain't got one.
Do it throughout the day.
You should
Oh,
do it.
throughout the
No,
whole
but
day.
every day.
you know what? I'm
As if
mainly,
women don't have enough things to do.
Do you know when I mainly heard of this term or where I come across it? Is after females give birth and to bring the thingy-majiggy back to where it needs to be, they need to be doing KEGELS, you know what I'm saying? But obviously, us guys, we are not going to complain if you've not had your babies yet and you want to run your KEGELS, you can run your KEGELs, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so...
What inspired the song?
What inspired the song? I wrote a song before called Rub Yourself. Someone called me the other day a philogynist.
A what?
Philogynist.
What does that mean, cuz?
So I am very attracted or I'm inspired by a female. By females, just the being of females.
That's a beautiful thing.
So
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that is me, innit? I'm in awe of females. Just the energy in it. So yeah.
Do you know what? I had to put my hand up for that one, yeah. But you know what I like about the KEGELS song? It's like you've done it in the most respectful way. Like everything attached to the song is like it's done in a proper manner, like a proper mature way. So I think you deserve like great accolades for that on an individual,
brother.
Like, brother. And on an individual kind of note. And I think more artists could take kind of leaf out of your book on that. So I think
not too much leaf.
Yeah, yeah. So I think from a management perspective, I think that I would love somebody to manage my material and my work like that. So I think you should definitely like give yourself an applause.
Oh, I love,
one.
brother.
Yeah,
Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
I'm gonna clap. I ain't heard it yet, and
KEGELS out right now.
Right now, I'm gonna listen to it in the car. Right now, I'm gonna listen to it when I leave. But okay, so it's not like a degrading song, disrespectful.
No. I try and uplift that. That's my ethos.
Can I play it for my mum?
Yeah, you can play it for your mum. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, EGF the brand. We've written a book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eat good food.
Eat good food. Sorry. Eat good food. We've written a book. So
eat good food.
When does this come out?
We'll be out within 24, 48 hours. Man.
Wow. Yeah, the book will be out soon, like end of the month-ish. Yeah, we've written a book. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to me. I've got loads of singles. Follow me on Spotify. Follow me on Instagram. $official. $, spelled with an E. And just enjoy the journey with me, man. I'm just living and loving life.
I've got a question as well.
Go on, my brother. EGF.
Like, what inspired you to write the book? Because I think that's very important for the viewers, our fans.
Yeah, why should I get the book?
Why should you get the book? Yeah, man. Why should you get the book? So, firstly, it's a book of our relationship with food. And this food blogging and food critiquing, because as we've been going, we're touching loads of uncharted areas. So I wanted to hit the e-commerce. I wanted to put all my nutritional knowledge into the book as well.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I just wanted to write a book.
I know
about food.
You've been traveling back home and stuff.
Yeah, I've been traveling.
You know the ingredients. All of them.
So it was time to just put it all together, man. It was just the time, man. So yeah.
Is it a recipe book?
There's no recipes.
That's coming. That's in the pipeline, though.
There's no recipes.
No recipes in the book.
No, but there's juice. There's loads of juice.
It's coming. It's coming.
Okay.
Another question I've got.
Hey, 1 second. How would you describe the book? And then ask me the question. Sorry.
Oh. Do you know what? Let me ask my question and we'll get back to that.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
So just to go back,
food going on here.
Yeah. So just to go back a step, because the viewers might not know. So what made you want to do the food show itself? Like, eat good food. How did that come about?
So we was moving into a space of TikTok. I call it like we're in the TikTok era, innit? Like music and real what's the word? Juice. What's the word? Juice. Content. Not content. What's the other word?
Influencer?
No.
Consumerism.
No. Juice anyway. There's no real juice, yeah? That's gonna bother me.
Don't worry, we'll come back to
There's no real juice out there, yeah? Substance.
Is that the word?
Yeah, that's the word. I don't know why I've gone. Yeah, there's no substance. Sorry.
I wasn't sure, but I was like,
Like, it happens sometimes.
There's so many words, bare things.
substance. There's no real substance.
There's no real substance. So I realised we're in a microwave era, so content needed to be put out quick. So yeah, we eat food. I was just thinking of creative and just, what could we do to put out good content and something that we do that's not corny and that people could watch. And so it's like, food blog, innit? Let's do a food show. And then you're the man that loves food, number one foodie in my phone book. So I said, let's go and do it, innit?
Do you know what I like about that? I like it, that what you said about not being corny. And I think a lot of people were trying to do stuff was just corny.
Yeah.
But I think we was very organic with what we done. So I do appreciate that. And I think a lot of feedback that I have got is that it's not corny.
100.
And it's very real.
100.
But another note that I wanted to kind of say is that I'm happy what we've done in regards to Eat Good Food. And I'm happy that we was able to kind of explore and kind of highlight and put Caribbean food on the map the way that we have.
Dope.
And saying that, I think that like more awareness around about black food should be like kind of incorporated in the media. But I don't think it really has been.
Dope.
It has, but I think not the way that it should be. And I think another great achievement of Eat Good Food is that from my perspective, is the first ever food platform to review Somalian food. And I think by doing that, the views on that actual episode, it kind of pushed me back and like, we've done something really special here. You know what I mean? So
I've never had Somalian food.
Yeah, so it was touching. So if you ain't seen that episode, like make sure you see that episode. D, what episode was the review on Somalian food?
Is that season 1 or season 2?
That's
season 2.
Season 2.
Season 2, Mo. Watch that. Says EGF Somali food.
Yeah. Make sure
subscribe to the channel as well, guys. We're popping up.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
You guys are deep into it. But
so one question. How do you describe the book? Sorry.
For me, my perspective of the book is like awareness of food. We touch on a few episodes that we done. I give you a bit of our history, who we are as people.
Yeah.
Kind of our kind of feeling about food. So it's only the first book. So in regards to recipes and so forth, we're definitely going to be touching on that later on. But I think for the first book, it's definitely something you need to get your hands on and read, you know? Definitely.
Well, man. Well done, man. Yeah. That's big. It's big that you got the book out.
Thank you.
And the platform. And yes, we were talking about like the music, I guess. Yeah, so the Tension EP's out now.
Yeah.
The Tension EP's out right now.
I need you to do my
say that right, bro. Say that again and say that right.
Come on. I said it casually because I listened to it, but I was about to get the Tension EP's out right now.
Right now.
Hey, punched up. I think it's been punched up too much, you know.
What I'm saying?
Hey,
it's what, 19 minutes long? Yeah?
I don't know. Is that how long it is?
Yeah, that's what it says on Spotify.
Okay, then that's the vibe.
I have one question.
Okay.
Who's the stranger?
Oh.
Is that an interlude or is that a song?
So the first song on the EP is called Stranger Things. Yeah. So basically, there's Tension and then Tension Acoustic. So there's the EP with Tension, and then there's acoustic version of all the songs.
Nice.
And it all runs the same order. So Tension Acoustic is about one of the guys that cried. Okay.
You're still laughing at
it. You see it there? That's why I said a man's got to be a man. Cause look, the girl writing that song now. Look what you made. Look what you made the girl do, man.
I'm here for you. I love you.
See, this is what we wanted. This is what we wanted. See, look at that love with the brothers. Yes.
Now tell them what the song's called again for them, though. Please.
The song is called Stranger Things. And
I want to listen.
Yeah. Okay.
I wish we could get it up right now and hear 2 seconds of the song. You know.
I would, but my phone is dead.
Oh, I mean, it's just like it goes. I'm in love with a stranger, making love to a stranger. I fear that we're in danger. Fear we're growing apart. So just
Yes, man.
Ooh, that one
Yes.
sent chills up my spine. You know, I
Yes.
beg you do that one more
No,
time.
no. You
Yes.
have to pay for the second time. No, I'm joking. But no, it's like
Where's the chorus though? You got
that's the chorus.
Oh,
The
hit me with the first verse though.
One of the first
I mean-
You can't give me little clips like
okay,
that.
the first verse is laying in this bed, the distance is clear. Your hands all over my body, but your spirit ain't here. He's been gone for too long. Empty kisses, like your promises, oh, they're wasted on a girl like me. 'Cause this has been going on for too long. I'm in love with a stranger.
Yes.
God, let me buy that right now. It's on Apple.
Yes.
Can you just buy the whole EP? I'm
Yeah. Buy the whole thing.
Yeah.
Straight up.
We're definitely gonna
Straight
invest
up,
in
copy.
that right now, man. We're supporting out here. What you say, EGF?
EGF. What? So what's the name of the EP? Tension.
Tension.
Why did you name the EP Tension?
Can you get the acoustic one as well, please? Thank you. The reason why it's called Tension is honestly because I reached a point in my life where I just was very frustrated with life, and I just wanted to write what I wanted to write. I wanted to sing about what I wanted to sing about. I wanted to talk about what I wanted to talk about and not feel pressure. So for me, it was like this just like
Tension
real release of it really was like a release of tension.
Okay.
I want you to get both of them, or get this one because this is the original, but
The EP
This-
is
this
mad.
one.
You know what
cool,
we
yeah.
do? Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Yeah. Let me get this one first, and
oh,
then
because if it's not good,
and we work from there.
okay, no, but you need there's one song on the acoustic that you need because it's like amazing.
You know what got me about the acoustic is that we've spent
Bad
so
man.
long indoors, yeah?
Yeah.
We ain't really heard live music for so long, and it was just so refreshing. Like even though it was recorded, to hear something
Do you
that
know
just
what?
sounds live.
Thank you so much. All of the musicians on the acoustic, like it's like live musicians. So
Yeah.
it just happened to be that way. But I like called up a couple people and I was like, can you play? Like, can you play this for me? And
Yeah.
I got like Morgan Alexander. I got Quants who produced Better as Friends. I got Joey Bass who's like an amazing, accomplished bass player. Gay and Judd as well got them all to play on so it's like all live,
Yeah.
even though it's recorded, but they all done it live.
I'm like a music business geek, yeah.
Okay.
Like, that's my. You said you wanted someone to buy the rights of a song of Go, of the normal version of Go.
Yeah.
Why do you want? If you own the rights, why do you want someone to buy it? Like you want to sell the publishing, or you want to?
No. So it's funny that you asked this. So I've got another platform. It's called Music Industry Rules, which is dedicated to educating like the next up and coming generation about the music industry and like how it works and just the business of it. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of writers or producers or singers, they don't understand the difference between publishing and like or having a publishing deal or not or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So check out that platform, please. It's at Music Industry Rules. But in regards to the publishing of Go, so there are separate writers on it.
Yeah.
And some people have signed a publishing deal and they have then signed their rights to that song.
Yeah, of the first Go, yeah.
It's
the same thing.
It's essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
Because once you record something with somebody, it becomes one composition.
Yes.
So if you think of it as like a painting,
Yes.
you buy the canvas.
Yeah.
Like you might buy the canvas and then I buy the paint.
Yeah.
Once we paint that picture, it's
It's
created.
one thing.
Yeah.
So sometimes people get that confused.
Yeah.
You can say to somebody like, okay, cool, I don't want that music. Do you mind if I don't use that music? And they say, yeah, cool. And then you can take the song somewhere else. But essentially, once you create that composition, it and it's registered, it is one.
So just so we're going in order, you didn't re-sing Go on the Funky House version. It's the same vocal.
It's the same. So with that, and that's in music, that's called the master.
There you go. All right, go on. Keep
You
going.
own your masters.
I do own my
Well done.
masters.
Fantastic.
Taylor Swift was talking about it today, though.
One
Oh,
sec.
yeah?
So you want someone to buy the rights of what? The original one?
If somebody wanted to sample, then they would have to essentially come and ask me because I own the master to go. And then we would do a deal of some sort where I would allow them to use the vocals.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, so not necessarily to just. But what you was gonna put your hand in your pocket today because we can have a conversation.
You know what I'm saying? You want all the rights to go on to ready, you know what I'm saying?
As just a little, you know. But yeah, so essentially, like you can license.
You recently vocaled Flowers, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
for Nathan,
the Nathan Doe remix.
Doe, yeah.
Do you know anything about the licensing inside of it? Because that's an original composition by someone else, I guess.
I don't. That wasn't my deal. Like
Okay.
I've worked with Nathan on 2 of his songs actually. One Cheating, which was his first ever single, and that went gold as well. So thanks to everybody who's listening. And then we did Flowers. But that I wasn't involved with all of
the business side. of it.
No, I wasn't.
So
but
as an artist, you just go and sing.
Yeah, like sometimes people just say, "Can you come and sing something for me?" And Nathan was very kind to.
He's doing sick, man.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Dope. But yeah, man.
But yeah, Tension is out.
Tension's out,
man.
Tension Acoustic is out. Did you buy it? Because you got real quiet over there.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah.
That means he didn't.
I didn't, but you know why I didn't? The new bank card comes, so the details are different right now. But don't worry about it. I got the new bank card there.
You could have just said, "Yeah, I would have." There's no way I could have accessed your phone. Like
I'm working on. You know what it is?
Phone.
As a man,
Kept it on this.
I'm trying to work at not lying, innit?
Okay. I feel you.
No
But you know
vulnerabilities.
what though? I will buy it though. You don't need to. Do you know what I'm gonna?
You're gonna
Screenshot
shot
it
and put it on my
know.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I appreciate that.
Tension.
I appreciate it.
Sick.
Make sure all these buy it as well, though.
I'm a streamer. I stream in it, so I'm just gonna stream.
Okay,
it.
so stream Tension Acoustic. No, stream Tension, and then you can figure out which song you like. But on Tension Acoustic, you liked Trying to Get Over You.
The one that's acronymed DY.
Trying to Get Over You.
Yeah, that one.
TGOY. TGOY.
Yeah, that
Trying to
one.
Get Over You. Yeah, that's one you liked.
That one I definitely connected with straight away.
Yeah.
I've lost my train of thought now, but yeah, just to wrap up really, because we literally covered everything.
Sorry, guys. KEGELS out right now.
Right now.
Yeah. EGF Eat Good Food. The book is on its way. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
it's
man.
your boy
Like,
DOLLER.
100%. Thank you, Dollar, for coming through.
Thank you, brother.
you for my whole Eat Good Food family for coming through.
We're here.
We appreciate you guys. And,
Follow.
And obviously we've got platinum selling artists in the building.
Hey.
You know?
Thanks for having me. It's been fun, guys.
That's it. How do I say your name properly? Because I don't.
No,
wanna
wait,
say
really?
No, I know how to say it. I just don't want to get it wrong on
Okay, now
camera.
let's hear how you say
Punched
it
up, boy.
on the
You know what? I wanted to say your name as well.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat,
Yeah.
man. So you know what?
Okay, so you
I'm
lot are
back
just
with
fully
it.
Destiny's
Yeah.
Child right now. Okay.
No, Malika.
Hey, what did you want to say?
Malika.
What about you
did I
over
say it
there,
right?
Miss Film on the
You told me
Mr.
Malika.
Film on the plane?
No, I'm not the film on the plane guy.
You know what?
You gave me the name already. All right.
I could probably always say your name. It was the spelling that is mad because
Okay, do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Okay, so the original version, so Go came out under MELEKA, right?
and you changed this.
And then now it's MALIKA.
So you're confusing us then.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, just like to keep it fresh. But no, the thing is, when I first started doing music, I wanted to have like a pseudonym. A pseudonym is like a sort of alter ego, I suppose, another name that you're known by. But I didn't want to change it too much. So I just changed the spelling of my original name. And then I kind of took a break and I was doing like a lot of writing and stuff behind the scenes kind of thing. And then when I decided to really commit to my artist career, I decided to just go back to my real name.
Yeah.
So they look the same, they sound the same, they're
pronunciation
just spelled
is-
the different.
Is it
And no,
spelled
it's
different?
Malika, both of them.
Malika.
Both of them are Malika.
I feel better now.
Both of them. No, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. But like, thank you for drawing attention because I know it confuses like loads of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we done justice then, didn't we?
I didn't because I was writing notes for today and the spelling is
Malika.
different on all of my notes and stuff. I'm like, what's wrong with me?
It's okay. Like, one of my best friends still has my name as Malika. He's like, I'm not changing it. That's how I met you.
Boom.
But you know what though? For the outro, I think you need to do that singing again. You know, and I think you know what. You know what? I think you know why it's very important as well. Because it allows the fans to hear you, man.
Can we hear some KEGELS?
And you know what? You don't even want them not to hear you. So you got to give it to them again. It sounded special. I can't lie. Don't deprive the fans.
Okay, should I do another one off of Tension?
Why not?
Why not, man? I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you want to pick? All right, so you've got the option. I know which one you're gonna go with. Just you.
Just me.
Just you.
I've got the option.
Yeah.
Guys.
Because you
What's
said
the
yeah.
options?
All
What's
right,
the
fine. You lot can
options?
all. All right, the options are. So
Now
you
give him the option.
Oh, just him.
Yeah, tell him the options.
Oh, okay.
Pressure.
Tension. Yeah.
Tension.
Stranger Things. Better as Friends.
Yeah.
Trying to Get Over You.
Ooh.
Thinking of Me.
Fucking hell.
We're gonna get you booked right now, you know.
I want to say trying to get over you. That sounds like the most.
Yeah.
The most. Like. No.
You could try another
You
one.
asked him, he's delivered.
No, I know,
Are you
but
gonna do
What's the
it?
one you said before that?
Better as Friends.
Yeah, I want to hear that. I'm the weird one. I want to hear the weird
Alright,
stuff.
No,
with
I
that.
want to hear the
you know.
first
Oh,
option.
you didn't like it?
The first option
as
was
in,
heard.
like, you know when you're listening to something and like the
No, the
topics,
first option what
you're
you
just like,
said.
I didn't expect
Yeah.
this.
Right.
Trying to get over you.
Yeah, why is she skating
I-
over?
I wanna hear- I wanna hear
wanna
that. Trying to
EJ
get
wants
over
to hear
you.
that.
No, because honestly, there's loads of space in it. It's like to watch that live is not the
No, we'll
like.
cut it. We'll
Yeah.
we'll
You
cut
know
it.
what? You know what? The space. You see the way you deliver it, and your voice was very delicate. It's like it pinched the air. So I think the gap, the gap would work. You know what? Yeah.
You know what I'm doing that? Pinched it.
Yeah. You know what? I think that's the calling. You know.
Brother.
That song's the calling, trying to get over you. I want to hear that, man. She said there's silence. You know
What's
what?
the name of the episode? Pinch the air.
And you know
It
what?
might be. It just might be.
Cuz.
Your voice needed the gaps as well. You know what? When you're singing, I don't think she
Your
knew.
manager? Is that your manager?
I don't think she knew that when she was singing, we was fucking feeling it. Bro.
Ooh, punched up. Everything. Pinch the air.
She didn't know.
PMO.
Oh, dude,
Yes.
that's the best part of this whole day.
Yeah, it's cold. It
All
done
right.
it. Smashed it.
Can I just do the one that I want to do, please?
After all that option talk.
Nah, you gotta give us that one, man.
You're
Come
not
on.
gonna like when I. Okay, I'm
No,
gonna
no,
give.
no.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna give you the verse, right?
Yeah.
And it's trying to get over you is based on a real conversation that I had with one of the other guys that cried. No, because I said there was two. One is one and two is two.
So you're hearing it now, yeah?
Brothers, stop crying.
Listen, you got the confirmation. Man up, man's got to be a man. My girl's writing songs about all of the man that's crying.
No, but they know. I played them the songs. Been like, this is a song about you. This is a song about him. This is a
Man,
song about,
don't cry,
you know?
please.
To
But
keep
yeah,
it
let's-
My
very-
best songs are the realest songs.
Yeah. Let's get into. But
Songs
anyway,
are real
So this
fans.
is trying to get over you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this is based on a real conversation that we had. So whatever you think is being said back to me is like, anyway. Hi, yeah, I'm fine. How are you? You say that you've been thinking about me. Don't you think it's funny? Last time that we sat down, you said you were through. You told me how you found another and how you really love her. Don't you remember you had a point to prove? But I'm feeling much better. I took some time to heal. I got myself together. Now that you want me back, I don't need to act bitter. Don't need to hurt you either. And the difference between us is I was trying to get over you. And the difference is between us. I was doing what I gotta do. You were focused on replacing me while I was getting over you. Oh, I'm doing so much better.
That's my jam. That's my jam right there.
Thanks. Thanks, team. Thanks.
Felt that
Run that one up. Tension EP out now.
Tension EP out now and the acoustic version. Don't
Yeah.
miss
Oh,
out that.
yes.
Both versions.
Yes.
I'm
Eat
listening,
good
you know what I'm
food.
saying? Eat
KEGELS
good
out
food,
now.
KEGELS
Yes.
out right now. Yeah.
Alright. That's it. We're done.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
100%.
Respect, man. Thanks for having me, man. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Brilliant. Brilliant.